let's learn about the idea of noun gender in Espanol. First, a mini language history lesson. A long time ago, much of what we now know as Europe was ruled by the Roman Empire. Their primary language was Latin, which was just starting to develop at this time. Traditional Latin eventually gave birth to 5 Romance languages. Ew, not that kind of romance. Romance as in coming from the Roman Empire. Get it? Now that we're over that awkwardness, here are the 5 languages: Spanish, French, Italian, Portuguese, and Romanian. These are the 5 Romance languages, and we can think of them like brothers and sisters, with their mom being Latin. Just like in a real family, these wink-wink children got lots of things from their mom. She passed down the idea of noun gender. Let's think about this for a second. Latin is so old, there really wasn't a lot going on in the world when it was first invented. So the first words that were made up in this language were for things like people, animals, and nature. The idea of gender was attached to the actual gender belonging to living things, like people and animals. And in Latin, they actually had a third gender called neutral that they used for living things or non-living things in nature, like trees, rocks, and streams. Over time, the Romance languages adapted this to only have 2 genders, male and female. So what would you say if I told you that window is female, flag is female, desk is male, chair is female, computer is female, and clock is male? Huh? Well, the only way to know for sure is not by looking at the object. You can't use your 5 senses and tell that a clock is male. You need to know the Spanish vocabulary word for that object. Luckily, there are some very simple rules to help you keep it straight. Male or masculine nouns usually end with an O or OS if plural, and always begin with el or los in front. Girl, female, or feminine nouns usually end with an A or AS if plural, and always begin with la or las in front. You can usually rely on the ending of the word, but you can always rely on the beginning. And beware, there are some tricky nouns. There are some words that end in O that are not male, and some that end in A that are not female. So let's put these rules to the test with our words from earlier. Now I'll show you the word on the screen. I told you that window was female. La ventana is the Spanish word for window. La bandera is flag. El escritorio, it begins with L and ends with the letter O. La silla starts with la, ends with an A. La computadora, for computer, is also female. And el reloj, even though it doesn't end with an O or an A, you can rely on the front. That little word el tells you that it is definitely male.